Grand Prix. Led of that second row in 4th place, Lewis.
Well, should be easy compared to what he did in Le Mans a week ago when he came all the way from 15th in qualifying, 14th on the grid to finish in 3rd place. Did so much of his work on the first couple of laps. Passed on Spanish tarmac back in Valencia late last year. Here's Alonso Lopez, who starts from 5th place, 5th top 10 qualifying in a row. Certainly is enjoying life on a Calix, having switched to the Boscoscuro last season, and we've certainly seen already this year Lopez is a famed fast starter.
Podium over in Austin. Heading in the second or third row of the grid, rather I should say, is Philip Salanach. He's qualified top 10 in 3 of the opening 6 Grand Prix.
Just ahead of him, who we've already heard from, is Aaron Canet, the 44. Mark VDS. A couple of places to his left, you'll find Ivan Ortola, who lines up
for the qualifying. Let's see for today's pace. It will be a really hard race, I think, because of the tire drop. But yeah, I will try to keep there and do my best.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Weekend today, just didn't have the pace in the race, but right from pre-practice 1 this weekend, Rueda at a circuit that he's gone well at every time he's raced here in Moto3, starting to show his class finally in Moto.
For not winning the
manage, especially with. Let's hope he gets through the long lap as he should, and you know, recovers back. So that. What a great weekend for him. It feels like
Austin, Texas.
As you saw while we were hearing from Nicky Ayo there, he's not the only rookie.
In the last 3 Grand Prix for Senna Aegis, of course, for those back-to-back wins in Austin and Jerez. 3rd time now in 6 Grand Prix he has. Further down the grid and pick up Deniz Onju in the distance. The Turks had
Ty as 13th on the grid.
He has been top 5 in 8 of his last 11 starts. Has the 21-year-old first top 3, first podium of the season for Alonso, but that's the state of play heading into this Catalan Grand Prix.
Podium finisher here last year.
His first podium, he set the fastest lap in that Grand Prix as well. Did Munoz. Speaking of Deniz Onju, there is the Turk. His best qualifying of the season as he tries to get to grips with the Boscoscuro chassis. Turk. As we are building up then towards the start of this Chapter 6 in the Moto2 World Championship. Manu Gonzalez took a 9.5 point lead in the French Grand Prix last weekend. He left the French Grand Prix still with the same buffer, 9.5 points. His lead over Ethan Guevara and Gonzalez. Rival down in 11th place. Colin Via with a long lap to serve goes from 2nd. But is it going to be another victory in Moto2 for Celestino Vietti?
Penalty to serve starts 2nd. Manu Gonzalez, the championship leader, completes the front row. Ivan Ortola equals his best qualifying in 2026 and 4th ahead of Alonso Lopez and Aaron Canet, his best qualifying since Portimao last year. Philip Salanach 7th ahead of last year's pole and race winner Danny Holgado. First Q2 appearances for rookies Jose Antonio Rueda and Luca Lunetta, who complete the top 10. Ethan Guevara and Senna Aegis 2nd and 3rd in the championship, complete row 4 ahead of David Alonso, Yumi Sasaki, and podium finisher here last year Danny Munoz. Deniz Onju 16th ahead of Alberto Ferrandez, his first Q2 appearance, although he came together with Alexis Screech, who starts right next to him in 18th place. Van der Gorpa crashed in Q1, so he's 19th ahead of Garcia, and Barry Baltas, his worst qualifying since Thailand 2024. Unai Aradre, who's in for the injured ankle, Picaris is 22nd ahead of Porosato and Arbolino, his worst qualifying since he qualified at the back here last year. Joe Roberts 25th ahead of Adrian Huertas and Xabi Turatuzza, who's in for the injured Jorge Navarro, and there is no Mario Aggi for Honda Team Asia in
Celestino Vietti, 13 of our 17 Moto2 battles here previously in Barcelona have been won from pole position. Vietti did it himself here from pole 4 years ago in 2022.
Interesting tyre information from Pirelli. Everyone's on the same rear tyre, the SC0. Nobody really liked the development since the soft rear tyre that was brought here by Pirelli, so they've gone for the tyre they know. But on the front tyre, the vast majority have gone for the soft front tyre, the SC1. 3 key runners, though, to look out for here on the medium front. Fire starts 2nd, and the 2 Aspar riders, Holgado and Alonso, they are on the medium front.
Martinez Aspar will feel like his boys are due a big result. Gardo's early season form when he was third in Thailand and then a brilliant victory from pole position on our first visit to Boyania. Those two Grand Prix feel like an awful long time ago, don't we, as far as Gardo's concerned. There's been no top 10 since. He was disqualified from a decent points scoring finish in Le Mans last weekend. So, Aspar machine not compliant with aero regulations and bodywork regulations after the brilliant repair with bike. Aspar team, unfortunately, was no front Gardo. Let's not forget that here last September, 21-year-old was absolutely superb. He won here last year, his first winning Moto2, and he led every single lap. Here's the number 13 bike of Celestino Vietti. 8 times a Moto2 Grand Prix winner, Celestino Vietti. And twice last season in the opening Grand Prix in Burram in front of his home crowd in Misano, which was the last time we saw Celestino Vietti victorious in the Moto2 World Championship. Looking for a big payday, looking for some big points from that pole position, fourth in the championship. Is Vietti then going into this 21-lap battle? It's lights out, we're racing in Moto2 here in Catalonia. It's a really good start from third place on the grid by Manu Gonzalez, who's going to go through the gearbox and maybe on the inside line and lead on this long one down to the first corner. Tola's been rapid away from the second row. Going backwards is Vaya. Lopez looks like he's going to be in fourth. Salah's trying to go the long way around on the outside of Kinnett. Oh, Gonzalez was getting tight there between Gonzalez and Vietti through turn 2. Vietti from pole leads.
Vietti wants that track position. We've got a Bosca scoring fourth as well. That is Aaron Kinnett. Guevara is also well up on the first lap. He's up into 7th place ahead of the two Aspar riders. Holgado and Alonso and Vaya now 10th.
Yeah, Alonso trying to fire on the inside of his Aspar teammate Holgado going through 4. Holgado's been hung out to dry there, and hugging the curb on the inside was Alonso on the 80 bike, jostling for position further down with Anju.
That's Lopez on the inside of Kinnett. Guevara's now 6th ahead of Salah, and then the Aspar riders who have run into each other already as recently as last weekend in Le Mans. They don't often work particularly well together. Guevara very aggressive on this first lap, out of position on the grid, but the Le Mans winner is already up to 5th.
Both of Ortola's previous Moto2 podiums, he's come from outside the top 10. He's got himself in great early track position over today. Immediately, he's inside that top 3, helped of course by that second rope start. There he is on the 4 bike, just dropping that left leg into turn 10. Alonso then now on the inside of Kinnett. Hasn't been the best start to this Grand Prix as far as Kinnett's concerned. He's going the wrong way at the moment. I think Aegis has just picked him up as well.
He's lost 3 places, and I think around 3 or 4 corners. It's not been a good start for either of the Aya riders. Vaya's race is absolutely trashed. He's now 17th and still with the long lap to serve. His teammate Jose Antonio Rueda has also lost a heap of places. He's 19th.
Just didn't get that KTM machine off the line at all. So he's going to roll on to rescue a point scoring place here as Vietti then leads for the first time since Misano last year on that occasion.
Alonso again at the end of that first lap.
Very, very comfortable, very, very settled, isn't he, in the front Pramac machine?
Keeping an eye out for Aegis, 3rd in the World Championship, also making up ground. He's just behind the 2nd in the Aspar bikes. There he's in the 81, so he's starting to ghost into contention. He's another rider who's passed Aaron Kinnett in these early stages. Kinnett now back into P9.
Taking advantage of his first top 10 start in Moto2 is Moto3 current king Jose Antonio Rueda, who started 9th. Rueda's lost 9 places earlier on. He's down in 18th place, well outside of the point scoring places as it stands right now. Vietti at the front of
Like he wants to get a move on quickly and get past Alonso Lopez, who we're not entirely sure is going to have the long run race pace to stay with the 3.
But he just has to yield. Guevara was just late from the brakes and at the inside line, and more crucially as well. So
Groves are going to be slightly better at keeping their rear tyre in to the end of the race. Lopez hasn't got any thoughts of helping out title contenders as he
Lopez then dishing out what he got from his rider on circuit, just for reference, at 142.048 is the best lap of this Grand Prix so far. We're back on board then with Guevara. Trying to attack Lopez now on the brakes in the turn 10. He's got was clean as a whistle.
are already hooking up nicely. Salac has now passed Canet back to 10. So Salac runs 9th, there's Canet.
Hormonally pace this from Johnson and Getty. In fact,